voting rights are in jeopardy. That, according to longtime U.S. Senator Bill Nelson. He stopped in Palm Beach County today, outraged over a new order from the state's elections chief. News Channel 5's Katie Lagrone joins us in studio with more on that. Katie?
Kelly, U.S. Senator Bill Nelson met with Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. For about 10 minutes, the two talked about what they describe as the state's voting weaknesses, including this new state order they say will only make it more difficult for you to cast your vote. Needed one more reason not to go to the polls.
I'm here to speak out for one of the most precious rights that in a constitutional democracy that we can have, which is the right to vote.
Florida Senator Bill Nelson alongside Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections united against a statewide move they agree would restrict where absentee ballots can be dropped off.
When you start making it more difficult to cast that ballot, that is interfering with that constitutional right to cast your ballot.
The two are pointing the fingers at the state's elections chief, who recently issued this order directing the state's 67 supervisor of elections not to accept absentee ballots at locations other than an elections office or branch because, he says, it's against the law. Nelson calls it a bogus political move.
It's patently obvious. It's an attempt to suppress the vote by people who otherwise might have difficulty getting to the polls on election day.
Here in Palm Beach County, the only location that might be impacted is this drop box, which just happens to be right in front of the county elections office. A senator and an election supervisor united in an effort to make sure every vote counts.
I appreciate your involvement and look forward to working with you in your office. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, thank you, Susan.
And last night, the Secretary of State backed off on this order, telling Pinellas County it doesn't have to abide by the measure during its upcoming special congressional election. Meantime, Senator Nelson has contacted the Department of Justice to find out if keeping this limitation in place is actually a violation of U.S. law. Calls and emails into the Secretary of State's office have not yet been returned. Katie Lagrone, News Channel 5.
Katie, thank you.